Hola, beautiful warriors. I just wanted to come on here today and talk to you a little bit about having anxiety and making ourselves wrong. It's just been coming up lately with people that I've been talking to, and sometimes I catch myself making myself wrong, and that can really hold you back from getting things done, where you're such a perfectionist, or at least I am. I always want things to go the way I want them to, and sometimes they don't, and so sometimes it can really throw you off. You have expectations, and it's almost better to just have no expectations or let go of outcome, and that can also reduce your anxiety. But why do we do that? Why do we make ourselves right or wrong? And for a lot of people, it's really important to be right, and the argument is always who gets the last word in, or who's right and who's wrong, when in reality no one's wrong, no one's right. Everyone is how they are supposed to be. Everything is perfectly imperfect. We're all creatures of the divine. We're all spiritual beings having this human experience. If you have a physical body, you're having a spiritual journey. You're on a spiritual journey, and that's part of it, is learning. Because you're part of the Creator, you're not wrong, and you're not right. You're just the way, exactly how you're supposed to be. And when we stop putting judgments on things like that, it's very freeing. And there's a quote by Matt Kahn, which has really resonated with me, and I want to share it with you. It was from one of his Hay House talks. And it really, if you really think about it, it is true. And it gave me a huge aha moment. So I wanted to share it with you. I'm going to read it of the notes that I took. So it goes: I am taking the heart-centered path that says I don't have to imagine that I've done something wrong and grovel and beg for forgiveness of the universe, like I'm projecting parental qualities onto my own divinity. I can learn to grow without regretting. I can expand and shine without blaming myself, as if what I chose to do was a human limitation at play. Instead of it being the absolute perfection of divinity getting me to a more perfect vibrational alignment, and going about it by playing a character who seemingly did a series of imperfect things. And just sit with that. Wow, it's so true, When we come into this world as a baby, as a small child, we don't have that mentality of what we do is right or wrong until we're taught that by our parents. The conditioning has made us realize something is right and something is wrong. And sometimes it is for our protection and exploring our world and growing and trying new things, but at the same time we've held on to it, and we've made ourselves right or wrong. We've made others right or wrong. And when we place those judgments on ourselves and others, we've put ourselves in prison. We've enslaved us to it. So I just want to invite you all to stop making yourself right or wrong. Whatever doesn't allow you to let go of that, let's just destroy it and uncreate it, please. This has to stop. We just need to just let it go. No one's right and no one's wrong. We're all perfectly the way we are supposed to be at this moment in time, because without going through the things that you've gone through in your life, you wouldn't be the person you are now. And if you had gone through something totally different, you'd be a totally different person. That's what makes us all unique. And it's not if we stop putting judgment on who we are, it frees us to share and to be more vulnerable and to be more honest. And that integrity, for us to share that with each other, it will connect us. We will feel more connected. And a lot of times we just feel like we're going through stuff and we're alone in what we're going through. It's because we don't want to share that. We don't think anyone wants to hear our negativity or our, we'll think we're going through a pity party, or we're just, people think that they don't want to hear it. And a lot of times when you keep that to yourself, you don't realize how many other people are going through that. Like, if you actually had the courage to share, you would not only get encouragement and and the support that you needed, but someone else who was afraid to speak up and talk about their issues can actually come forward and say, hey, they're doing it. I can do this too. And I can get this, we can all be supportive of one another. And that's exactly what we need right now. We all need that. And so I just want to invite you to do a little exercise. You can say the mantra like, I want to be free, or let's be free, or free. I want to free myself. I'm free to be me. Let's do this. The mantra, I'm free to be me, and just sit there and say that over and over in your head. I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. I am perfect the way that I am. I am free to be me. And then I want you to do something really weird. So if you have time, make some time. At the end of your day, or if you're at work, you probably can't because you probably get fired or something, but just go into your room, lock the door, crank up your music really loud, and lay on the floor. And then I want you to flail around and make all of these weird movements and weird sounds, as loud or as crazy and weird as you can be. Just flop around on the floor, wave your arms around, your legs, kick your legs, just roll around from side to side and just move. Get your body moving, get the energy moving, and just be weird, be loud, be crazy, scream if you want to, whatever you need to do until you feel that discomfort leave your body, so that you are totally feeling in that moment that you are free to be yourself with no one listening. That's why the music's up loud, so no one can hear your craziness. But it's my kind of crazy, because you got to release that energy that's keeping you stuck and not allowing yourself to be true to who you are and making yourself right or wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just how it is. And that's how it is for everyone. And so if you stop making yourself right or wrong, just do that exercise. And then once you're done feeling like you feel like you're really free, then you can sit there and just sit in a quiet meditation. Because another thing about anxiety is what you really want, your soul is craving, is peace. It is that connection to the divine, to slow down and just reach for that. So the best way to do that is just by meditation, and just sit there in the quiet. One thing that I like to do is I'll go into, because I live on a very busy road, and there's lots of cars, it's always noisy, I'll go into my closet. I'll kick out my clothes hamper, and I'll sit in the closet, I'll shut the door, lights are out, and I'll just sit there, and I sit in the dark in my closet. It sounds really weird, but it works. I'm not expecting anything, I'm not thinking anything, I'm just sitting there in the quiet and the silence, and I'm connecting. And that's when, just even after doing that, if you did that every single day for 10 minutes, it would change your life. You would start to get that connection with the divine. You would start to hear things more, you would start to see things more, and it'll happen in your own way. For me, I feel things, I feel a lot, and I see things and I hear things, and it's all because you take the time to sit in the silence and connect. And we all want that connection with the divine. That's where the peace is. That's where you can let go of that anxiety and just breathe. And if you don't have time to do that, just a simple breathing exercise, breathing in and really taking the breath down into your stomach, and count to 8 and go down. And then just hold it for 8, and then breathe out, and make the sound get it out. And you can do that, or the Ujjayi breath, you can practice that. But even if you just take 16 seconds to breathe, that will actually be like enough to change the pattern of your day, to go from like anxiety and stress to like, okay. So it's like a pattern interrupt. So I just wanted to share this because it's been coming up a lot, and I've seen a lot of my friends, hi Laura, I've seen a lot of, young women feeling really stressed out and feeling like they're not enough or doing something wrong, and no one's doing anything wrong. And it's a lot to think about, especially for the people who actually, have done some things we consider really bad. And that's not condoning what they did, but it's giving compassion, because we have all been brought up a certain way. We've all been told what's right or wrong in our household, in our family, by our schools. We've all been molded in some way. And so really just having compassion for that and sending people love. And you don't have to judge. You can free yourself and free everyone else too. So I just wanted to share that today. It was on my heart, and I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful Thursday.